I've been documenting for the last 7 days the water level in the emergency spillway, as you can see here, and the authorities have been claiming they've been reducing spillway outflow, which it's just hard to believe. The photos show otherwise, that they're holding steady or increasing outflow. Employees that did some sharing of these photos were fired. Same with this. People who lost their jobs because they're sharing the truth. This is how crooked and corrupt this system is. It's built on lies and deceit. Let's take a look at what the propaganda news had to say on the 10th.
So that's it, folks. That is the Lake Oroville Spillway. And that's what 35,000 cubic feet of water coming over the spillway looks like.
Oh, there's a lie. 35,000 cubic feet. Try well over 100,000.
And believe it or not, that is just a fraction of what came down in 1997. Back then, it was over 100,000 cubic feet per second. That raging torrent is intentional. The Department of Water Resources continues to release water out of Lake Oroville, despite massive damage being caused by erosion.
I guess it's sort of a triage situation. They know it's causing damage, but it's not beyond what they deem as being safe.
Eric C., spokesperson for DWR, says a hole in the spillway, estimated to be at least 200 feet long and 30 feet deep, is not a cause for alarm.
Bottom half of the spillway is not even operating anymore. It's channeled out its own outflow area out the right side.
It's like getting a dent in your car. That doesn't mean the car doesn't run. It may not look very nice.
But it is an issue they're working on with urgency. Record rain continues to pour, sending water into Lake Oroville at a rate of 118,000 cubic feet per second. That's more water going into the lake than being sent out, so they need to keep releases going. So an incident command post has been set up at DWR headquarters in Butte County.
They're doing a lot of work to determine the next steps and processes for the actual dam situation.
Ron Quigley, a deputy administrator with the Governor's Office of Emergency Services, is here with several other Cal OES representatives, all on hand to monitor the situation, coordinate communication, and offer assistance when needed.
It's always good to be face-to-face and be a body in the room to coordinate and support.
Oroville Dam opened in 1968, creating the reservoir and using its water to generate power. DWR says it was designed with 2 spillways, this one and another emergency spillway you can't see. It was also designed to handle water coming over the top of the lake. But for now, the spillway is doing its job, although the hole beneath that flow is sending water over the edge and taking much of the surrounding terrain with it. At least one media outlet erroneously reported the spillway had completely collapsed. That's a rumor DWR and every emergency responder is dispelling.
We have dam safety engineers up there. We have geologists. We have spillway design engineers. They're looking at it right now and constantly monitoring it and watching the erosion. So there you have it. You're looking at it, folks. The Lake Oroville Spillway has not had a catastrophic failure. So if you happen to get one of those messages coming over your phone, whether it be through social media or anything, it's a rumor. Has not happened. You can see it right there. I'm Sean Boyd out here at Lake Oroville for Cal OES News.
Can you guys tell me what's going on with the spillway at all? I have a lot of family that lives there and needs to go home. Are you guys allowed to tell me anything? Are you guys here for the spillway?
For the what?
Spillway in Oroville? Are you allowed to tell me anything?
No, yeah, we're here to support the eventual evacuation. Or re-evacuation.
The re-evacuation again. Everybody figured. I was just wondering. Making sure.
Setting up supplies, setting up evac centers.
How far do you think that the water will go when it does? Because I have a really bad feeling about it. My whole family does. We're scared.
We're already moving people to support Merced tomorrow.
Here's the spillway. Okay, and let's get this little ruler out. And where is Merced? Give you an idea how big this thing is. Merced, California. That's basically kind of Yosemite area. There goes Yuba City, 29 miles, 27 miles. Keep going. There goes Sacramento, West Sacramento. Keep going. All downhill. Rio Vista, bye-bye. Stockton, Antioch. All these low flat areas. Modesto, Turlock, Livingston, Atwater. Ah, there it is, Merced, California. Really? Did he just say that? Because that is insane. Well, as a crow flies, it's 164 miles, but if you drive there, it's the 180 miles he's referring to. So let's go back to what he was saying in this unbelievable message.
Merced's pretty far south of Sacramento.
Sacramento.
Merced's pretty far south of Sacramento.
Yes, you heard it right.
Merced's pretty far south of Sacramento. We're already moving people to support Merced tomorrow. Merced's pretty far south of Sacramento.
Sacramento?
Merced's about 180 miles south of Sacramento. We're sending people down there.
I appreciate you talking to me. Thank you. Have a good
Notice
night.
how they're hiding the camera.
I found a place to go west.
We're actually about to move to Lassen. We just actually got a U-Haul and all of our stuff, and we got a house in Lassen. So, yeah, we're up.
Frozen water's a lot safer.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Thank you for the information, though. I appreciate it.
I had a that moved up there to work for 1 year in 1977, and he never came back.
Oh my goodness.
Just found a way to keep working up there to stay.
Yeah, we need to get out of here. We need to get out of here.
Let's see what these people have to say as they interview one of the workers here at the dam.
So we were like watching all of that happen, and but then we were thinking it might not be safe to go back there, so we've just been watching on TV.
Well, you know, there's a lot of really upset people because our state has been so irresponsible with spending our money. Governor Brown wanted to allocate all this money to the bullet train rather than fixing this. They knew about this since 2005.
They knew about it since 2005. Thanks, Jerry Brown, Democratic Governor of California.
So what could have been potentially $1.5 million is, at earliest estimate, is $100 million plus right now.
That's such a good lesson for all of the other infrastructure around that you just put some money into it now and save yourself.
So
Now he's going to ask him how much progress they've had on filling that hole that I talked about earlier. Let's see. Let me wind this back a little bit. Listen carefully to his answer.
So how much of that hole have they filled in yet?
8%.
8% of it? Holy moly. So he says there's about 8% of that.
8%. Oh my gosh. Unbelievable. It's a freaking joke. It is just a huge show saying they're
Hole that's been filled by now, and they've been working around the clock. So that just gives you an idea how big it really is.
And can these helicopters run when it's raining?
Yes.
So you guys will like keep this operation going when it's raining?
It's going to keep going.
Here's the spillway. right here. This is the imminent danger. This 30-foot wall with the water coming over it and this erosion working back. Now the danger is this is the foundation underneath the spillway. If this goes underneath, this whole spillway falls. This is what they were saying, the 30-foot wall of water going into Oroville. And the Army Corps of Engineers, thanks to MV33, showing that within the hour, Oroville will be in 100 feet of water. That just coincided with Chris Potter had always said too. So this is the spot. Look how big this is. They're dropping either in the spillway area. This is not good. And people are downplaying this. Oh, it's not a dam, it's just a spillway. Well, this thing, when it works back to the main dam, the whole thing's going to go. Why do you think they're evacuating Merced, California? So when you see Humvees with military in this neighborhood, you might as well get gas in your car.
I'm here at Oroville Reservoir at the very upper part of where the North Fork of the Feather River flows in. And I just want to cover some things that nobody else is covering related to this. And really what's at the core of all this is the spillway, which is a design flaw. I mean, anybody that understands the movement of water could tell you that water moves in spirals. It doesn't move in straight channels. The spillway failed exactly where it began accelerating over a hump that was going downhill. It caused cavitation, which yanked out tons of cement just like butter. So the real problem here is the design flaw with the dam, its spillway itself. So another problem also is above here, above these two forks, the north and the east fork of the Feather River, there's been a massive amount of clear cutting that's gone on to harvest the trees up there, the cedar and the pine. And those, when you harvest that much wood up there and you have that much area that's left exposed to the sun, and it's been done for many years now, that water just runs straight off. So there's massive erosion. The forest will will definitely soak up the water, but the erosion has been pretty much uncontrollable above, and it's brought a lot of extra water into the reservoir as well. The lake level is down quite a bit right now. I'd say probably 50 foot, maybe 40, and that's going to help, but there's many storms on the way. This thing's not over at all. I mean, Victor Schauberger was telling people at the top of his lungs almost 100 years ago that this is not the way you conduct water, the way that they're doing it in the spillway. Water moves in spirals. Every spillway has to incorporate that into its design, or else they'll fail, just like this one's failed. So it's been a really tough lesson for a lot of people. This could get a lot worse. I mean, it could go and breach completely, and we could lose the dam. And it's going to be a horrific lesson for everybody to learn. And this is exactly what Victor Schauberger was trying to teach almost 100 years ago, back in the 1930s and 40s and 50s. And he explained all this. If you want to really understand forests and the movement of water and the way to use water properly, I would study Victor Schauberger's work. I'll be leaving a link to a playlist I have on Victor Schauberger's work on the video description for this vid. And just want to give you a view here from the back side of the dam, because nobody's showing you the upper headwaters of the lake at this point. And I'll be moving over with my friend. We're going to go over and check out Barty's Bar on the North Fork of the Feather River and just see how much water is coming in there right now. So all I can do is pray for those that are down below. It's very, very unsafe. I wouldn't listen to the authorities. I would trust your common sense. I mean, anybody can see that they've done maybe, 8% is what it's claimed of repairs. There's a lot more repair that needs to be done. Dropping bags of rocks is like throwing peanuts into a hurricane. It's kind of sad. I mean, I really appreciate what the people that are doing the work are doing, but it's just kind of, I think, more to ease TV viewers' fears. The reality of it is what they're doing is not going to have any appreciable effect, and the only way out of this is if the rains don't occur like they forecast them for the next week. If they do occur, this place is in deep trouble, deep trouble. So Let's all hope that doesn't happen, and let's hope we learn our lesson before then. I mean, Trump was talking about rebuilding the infrastructure. Well, the spillways and all these dams need to be redone, and they have to incorporate vortex flow. They have to be designed to incorporate the natural motions of water. The way it's being done right now is a disaster, and it will always cavitate, and it will always destroy stuff. I mean, all you have to do is look at Glen Canyon Dam and the massive failure through their spillway. You want to see some massive destruction and what cavitation does, check out Glen Canyon Dam. And this is the problem with all these dams. Their spillways are designed incorrectly. So that's it for now. I'm going to go ahead and shoot some vid out at the North Fork of the Feather River.